Welcome to the dog kitchen, since we don't make anything for humans here. Today we are doing something only cool pet parents know how to do, but it's becoming the next coolest thing. So you guys should get on board and do it right now. And that is lacto fermenting your veggies. Don't you want to be a part of the Cool Pet Parents Club? Sorry, shouldn't point a knife at people. How about a spoon? Do you want to be a part of the Cool Pet Parents Club? I thought so. And that is because you're watching my show. Lacto fermentation. What the hell does that mean? Well, let me tell you. Lacto fermentation means that you get to preserve all the nutrients to make it easier to digest. The reason why people do this is to actually grow all of their gut microbiome. Let's talk about our gut health for a minute. These days, our gut is literally going down the shitter. It's going in your body and right back out. What this recipe is gonna do for you and your dog is to keep everything flowing and not going out the shitter, because we like to keep our nutrients in our bodies. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want your dog to have better poop? The veggies I want to use today are red cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, fennel, and some beets. Very anti-cancer, very, Hungarians live a long ass time. You know why? Because they pickle and they jam everything. And speaking of jam, let's do it. To begin, you need water, and not just any water. You need clean ass healthy water, not tap water. We all know there's a lot of shit in tap water, so we're not gonna use it. I'm using my Berkey filled water because I know that there's no fluoride in here. You could use bottled water, just make sure it's clean, healthy ass water. It should say right on the label, healthy ass water. Now that you have your healthy ass water, where did my salt go? Oh, I didn't finish grinding my salt. Let's go grind some salt. Okay, reground up my salt, and I'm using pink Himalayan salt because there are nutrients in here, and you want to add as many nutrients as possible, right? Why not? Don't use iodized salt from like table salt. Use something that you know does not have any other adulterated things in it. Just free flowing, free ballin' salt. This is 4 cups of water or a quart, and this is 3 tablespoons of salt. And that's it. Take your little wooden spoon that you're pointing at people with. Enough of that crap. We have this much, so we're gonna fill this up to about there, and then fill the rest up with the water. Next, I'm gonna just chop up a couple of the veggies. Let's go. You want some? I've got extra. You know how Rachel Ray has that like garbage bowl thing? I have the floor. Here comes the messy part. Does anybody have a really good non-messy way of cutting cauliflower? I just can't handle it. You can tell there's stuff in my sink. Can you hear it? I missed. The sink's about 2 feet away and I still missed. So I can't pour, and obviously I can't throw things into a giant sink. Yeah, that one fell on the floor, didn't even make it near the sink. We've got issues here. But it's all for the dogs, right? Dog issues. We all have those. So I'm just gonna cut this about a quarter. Don't need all of the cauliflower. And I'm just gonna take a little more, as I feel like I just don't have enough. Don't stop till you get enough. How's that for singing? Okay, should I throw this in the sink? No, I don't want to waste it. We'll gently put this over here. Since we've got our cauliflower, broccoli, let's do half of this fennel. I'll leave the half. We don't need too much fennel, and I was going to shave it, but you know, I went to the culinary once. I did. You couldn't tell by the way that I pour. You don't need to know that. So I'm pretty like solid on my chopping skills, so we're just gonna lightly maybe julienne. Maybe we'll julienne this. Although all you people out there who actually know how to julienne, you're gonna laugh at me. Also, it's really hard to julienne when you're like on a wobbly fake table. That's not really your kitchen counter. Okay, that's good enough for this. Okay, fennel is really awesome for stomachs. So if you're already doing something for your gut, why not add more healthy stomach things like fennel? We'll do a little choppy chop of these guys. Just roll them up. That's how you chop. We are going to use red cabbage. You could use green. I like things with lots of color because more color means more nutrients. At least it does in my head. So we're gonna just take a piece. Somebody buy me better knives, please. We are going to shred this in the food processor. This should do the trick. You don't need a food processor. You really could just julienne these two. But I have beets, and beets are disgusting, and they make everything red. So I'm gonna put them right in here, and that way I don't have to touch them. But I'm wearing this purple dress just in case, so I don't screw it up. Take a few beets. Do you have to peel beets? Let's go Google. Okay, the top 3 search results on Google say you don't have to peel them, so we're gonna leave them home. 3 beets. Hit the floor. Everybody hit the floor. See this? Stain. It's gonna be a stain. I'm glad I'm wearing the beet colored dress. You never know, I may have spilled so many beets before that I turned this whole entire dress beet colored. Am I missing anything else? No? Okay. Put that in here, give it a little pulse. Woohoo! Hello! I know we've heard this song before, but IDC. And that'd be it for the mincing of the beets. Before I touch the beets, I'm gonna try not to crunch up some of this stuff. I just want to release some of the juices in here, and we want to make it bite-sized so the pups can eat it. So let's talk about the reason why we want to feed this to our dogs. It makes the nutrients inside of this stuff more bioavailable. It is making it so they can actually get all of the nutrients. You've heard me say it before. Dogs have a really hard time digesting this stuff, and they don't really have much of the enzyme to digest this stuff like we do. So by fermenting it, you make it really easy for them to get all the nutrients out of these little guys and into their bellies. And on top of it, you're putting in lots of probiotics, so we are a win-win situation here. And this is so freaking easy. You guys can do this with any of your favorite vegetables. All you need is salt and water and the veggies you want to put in. And that's it. It's so easy. Make sure you do a little dancing. You can't mush things up without dancing. I'm not touching these beets. Don't forget to dance, you guys. Dancing is a very important part of this process. I think we need a dance called the fermenter. You cannot ferment vegetables unless you're fermenting the dance. I think it would be like all the bacteria doing a little dance like this, yeah, I'm lactobacillus, I'm bifidus. See? You need to do the dance in order to be able to ferment veggies, especially if it's for dogs. 6 in the morning. I haven't stayed up till 6 in the morning in a really long time. Maybe 10 years. Not my thing anymore. Now I'm ooh, 6 in the morning? Let's wake up. And because I'm being a little baby and I don't want to touch this, we're going to try to put this all in the jar without touching it. Here comes where I screw up and the pour goes everywhere. Jar pouring, not my forte. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the biggest mess ever, and I'm totally wearing the right dress today. It's getting everywhere. Ah! This is a mess. So all this will go in here and fill it up. Look at this. Beet stain. You may think I put this dress on purpose, but I didn't. But I'm really glad I did. All right, we've got all of our veggies ready to be fermented. Here comes the fun part. We're gonna pour, except for, I think I might be able to handle this one because the jar is so large. I keep spilling shit. I spill everything. We're going to want to pour this mixture so that it covers. Yes, you guys, this is perfect. Today's perfect. So I've covered all of my veggies in the brine, the salty water, and push everything down. Most people will put a weight here. If you have something that will float on top and push it down while it ferments, it'll keep the mold from happening. Anything that's above the water is subject to other growths. What the salt's going to do inside the water is keep everything that's bad from overgrowing, keep all this stuff that's good from blossoming. So if you have a little weight, you can just throw that in here. Okay, I have this lid from one of my protein powders. I'm gonna stick it in here. And I'm going to stick a little weight on top of it. We're gonna close this bad boy up, and we're going to let it sit on the counter for 2 to 3 days. Every day after the second day, take out a piece and taste it. Does it taste pickly? Then you're ready to go. If it tastes salty, let it go a little longer. The salt hasn't quite absorbed into all of the vegetables yet. Keep cancer away, keep the gut healthy, stop making all the good things go down the shitter, or in your dog's case, in a poop bag. I will see you back in 2 to 3 days, and we're gonna test out all of our fermentation, but not before we do the fermentation dance. Okay, we're back. It's 3 days later. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing a white shirt today because I am not pouring this out. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. All the good probiotic goodness. Can I just like rub this for this entire show? Drum roll, please. Probiotics that are really cheap and easy to do. Have to buy a lot of stuff. Yeah. This bad boy right here is full of probiotics to keep that gut, you know, flowing. It's jam-packed with probiotics and nutrients, all bioavailable so that your dog's gut can actually eat this stuff and take the nutrients out of it. If you remember, we put a weight in on this. It wouldn't mold. It did not mold. We are good to go. The taste test time is now upon us. So let's do a taste test. It's still a little salty. This can probably go another day or so, but it is almost there. This is really good. I think the dogs are really gonna enjoy this. When this is done, just put the cover on tightly, pop it in the fridge, and you're good to go. So if you like this recipe, comment below, like this video, and give me a follow so we can help keep more dogs healthy.